So, from the title of this video, you already know what this video is going to be about. But before we get started, I would first like to say, welcome back to my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys so much. I really, absolutely do. This channel is growing and I am so thankful for you guys. And if you are new to my channel and you like my content, make sure you subscribe. Click that notification bell so you never miss a video that I upload. All right, you guys, so let's just go ahead and get right on into it. Today we are going to be talking about fractions in relation to the math GED portion. So let's just go ahead and get right on into it. A fraction expresses a part of a whole. 3/5 represents 3 of 5 equal parts. The number representing the part is called the numerator, which is the top number, and it's on the top. The number representing the whole is called the denominator, and it's on the bottom. All right, so let's do a practice question. A gallon container with 128 fluid ounces is filled with 32 fluid ounces of orange juice. What fraction of the container is full? Give the answer in lowest terms. So first we're going to start off by saying, okay, so what is 128? What would that be considered? Would that be the numerator or would that be the denominator? And then we're going to also look at the 32 and say, would that be the denominator or would that be the numerator? So the answer is 1/4. In a fraction, the part 32 is the numerator. So 32 is the numerator, which is the top number. And the whole 128 ounces is the denominator. So when you take 32 goes into 32 one time, then 32 goes into 128 four times. So you get 1/4. Okay, so we have some other problems. 8/64, they want you to reduce to lowest terms. Whenever you see a question that says reduce to lowest terms, all that means is simplify. They like using the term simplify. So just know that all that means is just reduce it until you cannot reduce it no more. Just simplify until you can't simplify it no more. So for example, 8/64, that is 1/8. And how we get 1/8 is because 8 goes into 1 one time, and 64 goes into 8 times. So you get 1/8. Okay, 7/56. Let's go ahead and reduce that to lowest terms. 7 goes into 7 one time. 56 goes into 7 8 times. So you also get 1/8 as well, you guys. Okay, so now let's get down to comparing fractions. If two fractions have equal numerators, the fraction with the smaller denominator is bigger. 3/5, and you can see right there where I have 3/5 is the bigger whole, is pointing to that one, over 3/7. If two fractions have equal denominators, the fraction with the larger numerator is bigger. And the example is right here so you can see it. I wrote it down and I will probably screenshot these pictures so that you can actually take a look over it yourselves. So that would help you out a lot. And if two fractions are completely different, you can compare them by cross multiplying. Alternatively, you can rename the fractions so they have a common denominator, then compare the fractions. So whenever you see compare the fractions, you're going to have that less than, that greater than sign. So just know that that's what that means when they say compare. So as you can see, I wrote that problem right there. And you can see where we cross multiply. So everybody knows how to cross multiply. And if you don't, make sure you go ahead and leave that down in the comment section so I can know I need to go over that more and I can go more in depth into that. I am going to take a picture of the paper that I actually wrote on to give you guys some practice problems. The larger product indicates the larger fraction. Since 9 is greater than 8, that means 2/3. And then you have the 3/4, and then you have those numbers right here. And going back up to this one, I didn't go into detail. So whenever you are cross multiplying, right, you're just going like that, and then you're going up one way, and you're going the other way. So right here we have 2/3, and then we have, that's one fraction, and then we have 3/4. When we cross multiply, 3 times 3 is 9, and then 4 times 2 is 8. So that's how you get your 8 over here, and you get your 9. So that's how, when we compared it, that's pretty much what we got. The larger product indicates the larger fraction. Since 9 is bigger than 8, that means that 2/3 is pretty much greater than 3/4, or 3/4 is greater than 2/3. Pretty much, you're seeing it both ways that it can be. Okay, so that is rules for comparing fractions. It is different rules when it comes to comparing fractions. A lot of people, may not remember, or they might have forgot. So I wanted to do different scenarios with fractions so you guys can understand how you need to work problems like these when it comes to fractions, because you have comparing fractions, you have adding and subtracting fractions, you have dividing fractions, you have multiplication with fractions. So when it comes to comparing fractions, you need to just go ahead and cross multiply. If your denominators if you have a common denominator, you can go ahead and cross multiply. But some of them, like, it's not going to apply. It's the same rules do not apply. When it comes to math has rules that you have to follow, and you have to just know how to work it. And that's why math, sometimes people, it can become confusing because we don't realize that it is steps to this. So just to give you guys an idea. Adding and subtracting fractions, use the multiplication method. Use that multiplication method. So that's why I was telling you guys just now that different rules apply for different problems. So you cross multiply. That's the first thing you do. The second thing you do is apply the original operation to the products. If you are supposed to add the fractions, add the products. If you are supposed to subtract the fractions, subtract the products. Next, write the sum or difference as the numerator of a new fraction. Multiply the original denominators. Write the product as the denominator of your new fraction. For example, this problem down here. See, we cross multiply just like up here when it came to comparing the fractions. We still cross multiply. So a lot of rules still apply to the same scenario. So we have 2/3, and then we have 1/6. When you cross multiply, 6 times 2 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3. So 12 plus 3, as you can see, is 15. And then we go to the bottom. 3 times 6, we're going to multiply that at the bottom. 3 times 6 is 18. We have 15/18. And when we reduce to the lowest terms, we're going to get 5/6. And how we're going to do that, because we know that 3 goes into 15. We also know 3 goes into 18. So that's how we got 5/6. All right, and we have another problem up here. It's pretty much the same kind of problem. We have 2/3, then we have 1/6. And then when it came to subtraction. So this is another problem. It's the same exact problem that I just showed you guys, except this particular problem is subtraction. So when we're subtracting, 12 minus 3 is 9. And then we have 3 times 6, which is 18. We have 9/18. When we reduce it to lowest terms, we get 1/2. And how we get that is because we know that 3 goes into 9. 3 also goes into 18. So we get 1/2. So that's how you do that. Okay, you can rename the fractions so they have a common denominator. Then add or subtract only the numerators. Use the common denominator in your answer. Okay, when it comes to multiplying fractions, multiply the numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator straight across. So right here we have 2/3, 2/3, and then we have times 3/4. When it comes to that, we're going to do 2 times 3, which is 6, and then 3 times 4, which is 12. When we reduce that, we get 1/2 right there. If common factors exist between numerators, add denominators. You may cancel them before multiplying. So say we got right here, we got 5/11s, we got 33/38, and then we have 19/20. This one has 3. And the reason why I added 3 is so you guys can kind of get a clear understanding when it comes to when you cross multiplying and when you're just canceling numbers out. Because sometimes you can just go ahead and reduce before you even get to that step. Okay, so we have So as we can see, we have 5 11s, then we have 33 over 38. When it comes to this 5 over here and it's 20, we know that 5 goes into 20 4 times. We also know 5 can go into 5 goes into 5 one time. So that's only one time. And so then when it comes to look at the 11, 33, we know that 33 goes into 11. We also know that 33 also can go into 11. We know that 33 goes into 11 3 times, and then pretty much it goes into the 11 one time. So you just keep cross multiplying. 5 is divisible by 5, as I just told you guys. 5 divided by 5 equals 1. 20 is divisible by 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So that's how we got that 1/4 right there. And so when it comes to the bottom, 1 over 11 times 33 over 38. And then we have 19 over 4. 11 is divisible by 11. 11 divided by 11 equals 1. And then 33 is divisible by 11 as well. 33 divided by 11 is 3. Okay, so 19 is divisible by 19. It goes into it one time. So we got 19 divided by 19 equals 1. 1 over 1 times 3 over 2 times 1 over 4, 3 over 8, because we reduced it. When we reduced it, we got our 3 eighths. 38 is divisible by 19. 38 divided by 19 equals 2. So that's how you do that there, you guys. You could just cross multiply. Just make sure you just keep reducing. It's just simple. It's really not that difficult. I really hope this video helped you guys. I hope you guys got a clear understanding of what fractions are. I will insert the pictures of my notes that I actually wrote down for you guys. I hope this helps you out a lot. Fractions was on the GED test, so I did want to go into that and actually do a video for you guys. I want to thank you guys for being so patient with me. Life has been very busy, and I'm so appreciative of all of you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you leave them down in the comment section below. If you like this video or like videos like these, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Please, 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 you guys, if you have any of those questions, please let me know. And if you have made it this far and you're still watching and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for your support. So until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace.